Hello!
Yo.
We're back, doing more Legends of Avenir, like we did that one time, but not on this YouTube channel, because FEE3 was a thing. Hi. No,
I didn't hear about FEE3.
FEE3 was a thing a few months ago, where it was like all we nerdy people who hack Fire Emblem sent videos to some other guy, and he put them all on his YouTube channel to steal our views.
Sounds good.
Love you, Mage Knight 404.
Yeah, well, this is Legends of Avenir, the one that's the branching hacks.
Yeah, you do things throughout the game, and it makes you play the game differently every time. Theoretically, every time. Don't do it the same every time. That sounds boring.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could play as a different character every time.
It's true. There's so many different combinations you could do.
Okay, if I can just go.
Yeah, go.
We're gonna be tight on time anyway.
True.
I don't know why I didn't restart.
Whatever. So we're doing this in 2 separate clips. For those who have seen the FEE3 video, the prologue will look exactly the same as everything we did for the FEE3 video.
Yeah.
For those who didn't, I'm probably going to link that in the description when we do upload this, but...
Should we just skip the prologue, because there's so much stuff and we want to save time? Because it was all in the FEE3 video.
Yeah. Go ahead and just kind of go through it quickly.
Okay.
The prologue is just kind of circulates around. There's this guy called the Guardian Spirit who kind of controls the events of Avenir, the world we inhabit, and he's giving us the opportunity to... We are a lost soul, and he's giving us the opportunity to create our character and a lifestyle to follow. We're going to be playing through a different path than we did for our FEE3 video. The only chapter that will be the same as our FEE3 video will be, well, this one and then the first one.
You know, I still don't know why the mini mug, I can't get it to work. It works for this. I've changed the character IDs.
When you select
the mugs.
When you select military, the Lost Soul, the blue player right there, has the Mercenary mug. Tact mug, the Lucas.
But see, but the mini mug is linked to the mug itself. They're not independent.
No, the whole mug. Did I say mini mug? Whole mug.
Oh.
It literally has the mug. No, I know they're not independent. I know at least that much about Fire Emblem hacking.
I can't remember if the map has been updated since our FEE3 video or since I fixed it a little bit since then.
I don't think a lot.
I don't know. There have been lots of little mini
I think for our FEE3 video, we also played as the... we played as a fighter, right? Or you played as a fighter? In the same way we did our FEE3 video, Snaky One over here is going to be playing while I sit here talking and looking like I know what I'm doing.
Feel free to notice that we still haven't fixed the, generic mugs like the...
That mug right there is not supposed to be what that mug is. The bandit leader.
Oh well.
It's also the Emperor of Caesarea.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
So, kind of talking through some of the development of this for people who haven't seen the FEE3 video and aren't gonna go watch it, though you should because it's better than this one probably. I like this route more, but we're probably more professional in that one because we prepared a lot more.
Yeah, this one is just kind of just...
This is just kind of chill, us playing our game. But, Snaky does all of, like, the coding and eventing and a lot of the ASM and stuff for the hack. I handle all of the writing and creative aspects, so the world of Avenir was created by me. All the countries. For example, right now, we're a freelancer in the country of Hadric, which is, like, the warrior country. It's a lot of independent city-states. I'd almost describe it as akin to Greece, where everything is Sparta, but...
Hey, does the tile change work now?
Hey, the tile change works.
Tile changes are assholes, okay?
Also, we're using the skill system, headed up by circles everywhere, with skills created by a lot of different people. I like that 0% chance to hit. Also, flashy kills.
That's a thing. Hey, we just killed the Emperor of Caesarea.
I gotta throw out our shout-out as well right now, early on, to Author Pendragon for all of the palettes you see. For
literally all of the palettes.
Literally every battle palette. Some of them are iffy because they're some of his... We're the first hack he ever did palettes for, and he has updated a lot of them.
This is a character you're going to see later on.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
We won't see that character, but we will see that mug. We'll see Edgy Cormag later.
That's a really long pause. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
See, I normally skip this text.
These pauses are pretty long, yeah. So the first chapter is really just you facing off against some bandits to create the scene setting for our first choice, our first real conscious choice. There are 3 different chapter 1s based off of which of the 3 occupations you choose. But
Mercenary, military, or mage.
Yeah, but this is kind of the first choice you have that sets you into one of the smaller paths of the game.
In our FEE3 video, we warned the town of the attack, like good people, but now we're gonna be assholes. So I like being a bandit.
And we're gonna see some cool dudes. I'm a bandit. We're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna see some cool dudes. We're gonna meet Big Boy, as I like to call him.
Big Boy?
Yeah, Vicar.
Indignation. We didn't hear that at all in our Assassin recording.
You'll hear some things that aren't indignation later, but I'm kind of waiting to talk about that.
Hello, Grummel.
And then Comrades, which is quite a nice FE standard tune. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point.
Is Vicar Big Boy?
Yeah, Vicar is Big Boy.
Okay.
Walter is inferior archer, and then Barrett is superior soldier.
Okay. Walter is actually... LNL is overpowered, but
yeah, Walter's actually pretty good, but LNL is just broken.
Walter you have to train, but he's so useful as an archer early on that he's not hard to train, and he gets really good, especially if you make him a ranger. He's like the only one who can get a mount, aside from tact sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I think tact gets a mount if you choose...
Brigand. Pegasus Knight. I think that's it.
Yeah, because Archer is military.
Yeah. And Archer doesn't even get him out. In at least tact military.
Doesn't one of the archers promote into Nomad Trooper?
I think that was...
hell if I remember.
Is that one of the female mercenaries?
The military routes are a work in progress, the magic routes are, not.
Yet.
They're not existent at all yet. We just know what classes you can play. You should be able to guess. There's 3 of them. Usual strategy. I don't know why I write up some of these usual strategy things, but it's fine. It's whatever. We're fine.
Okay.
Hey, remember when Barrett was once a Myrmidon?
Yes.
Actually, at the time when we did our FE3 recording, he still would have been a Myrmidon.
Yeah.
When we first released the hack.
Hello, Ark. I got you killed in FE3, I'm gonna get you killed again.
Yeah. In our FE3 recording, this is one of those cool things about this hack, is in our FE3 recording, we warned the town, and we play in this exact same battlefield, regardless of what our second chapter is in this route. But the characters we get are different, and the location we fight in is different, and the objective is different. So Ark joins us in Chapter 2 if we warn the enemies.
Okay, so
the town, not the enemies.
This is Barrett. This is one of the new skills that I made that actually just got released like either yesterday or the day before.
That's pretty cool. I
Felt the
don't
need
think
to
I've
show
ever heard of
that.
that. We are using Neuromon's
Yes.
FE10 Armor Knight animations. They look very nice, and we didn't give them complete weapon triangle control. Pretty much, they just have the 2 weapons.
We like the idea of Cavs having lance and sword, and knights having axes, and that other one, lances. You know, whatever, same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
We use a lot of custom animations throughout this hack. Hopefully we'll get to see a lot of them. There'll be a lot we won't get to see, because a lot of them are unique to certain routes, because each route has a unique character. We'll get more into that later, because the unique character in this route is one of the most important characters to the backstory of this game.
Yeah,
and he's also overpowered.
The route that we chose has... The route that we chose is very text-heavy. It's probably the most lore-heavy and just world-building heavy one that we have, but it's perhaps the one that we like the most so far.
It's got some cool stuff. It's got a cool final boss. It's got a cool, unique character. It's got fancy world building.
Oh, nice. Alter, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Damn it!
Haha. I don't trust the RNG in this game. Yay, Barrett.
I don't like using Vicar because he's a really good unit early on, like most early pre-promotes. But, since... What the hell? Since you get so many early on... That's not what I meant to say. Since you end each route with so few units, at least compared to regular
Typical,
FE games,
yeah.
you should really be using each unit. But if you use Vicar, if you abuse Vicar early on, then all of your regular units just kind of get...
And Vicar definitely does not have the stats to deal with.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the growths or capabilities to deal with some of the later game enemies. You will need some of your other units to be pretty solid.
He cannot solo endgame.
Yeah, not at all. Considering his resistance growth is bad, and the final boss of this route is magic-based. Thinking about the units thing, I'm trying to think. I think there are only...
Bad.
A few
Bad
more
is an
units.
understatement.
He's got really good strength.
Yeah.
He's a big boy in terms of strength.
He's a good unit even if you train him, but he certainly can't solo.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's a few more characters we'll get in this route. One of whom we got in the FEE3 playthrough, which is nice. So we'll see a familiar face in terms of playable units. Actually, we'll see two familiar faces in terms of playable units.
I'm going to be speeding up some more because I'm getting more and more worried about time. So that was one of the complaints of our...
FEE3 video.
Yeah, because it was 2 hours for one route.
I think some people found it cool, but
yeah,
I don't think a lot of people watched all the way through it. So part of that is also why we're doing 2 separate episodes, because it makes it feel more like you're actually making progress. I encourage everyone to stick through the end, because there's a lot of cool stuff to show that we've been making progress on this hack, even though we've been pretty silent on FEU as of late. We probably won't have another big update on FEU aside from this video for a while. Don't know when. Maybe when we get the military routes in a better
I'll probably
position.
keep doing minor updates, bug fixes, and whatnot. Yeah, it's gonna be slow in terms of updates until we actually
Large
get
content
a military
updates.
release, at least on the FEU forum.
Mm-hmm.
But if you join the FEU, not the FEU Discord,
The Legends of Avenir Discord.
yeah, you got lots of little updates and progress updates, little surprises and stuff like that.
You also get to have more say in how the game goes about its development, because we can keep more organized track of recommendations given to us in that Discord. He just missed twice. That's really funny. I would heal. Or go that route. But,
LOA Discord. It's a silly place.
it is a silly
What
place.
the hell? Oh wait, that wasn't... No, wait, that was my skill activating. I think he missed. Whatever.
Our Discord, we like to... Everyone has access in our Discord to our secret playtesting
Oh,
patch, which...
okay, it's not secret
It's
anymore.
not. It's never been secret. But it gives it makes it, in my opinion, a little bit less realistic because there's like debug stuff.
Okay, here's something that's unique to the Bandit paths.
Yeah.
This has been released for a while, but this is something fun that we've thought of. You get to raid the houses. It'd be sad to just kind of visit them and then have them not blow up.
Yeah. You're a bandit. You gotta yoink all of the everything. Ooh, that killing edge will come in handy.
Yes, it will.
Especially if you can hold on to it to the final chapter.
I love how that gold is useless if you take the bandit route that we're not going to be taking.
Yeah. Choosing to join the bandits here sets you on one of 2 paths. In this way, if you choose to warn the town, there are 3 paths that branch off from here, but because each of the 3 main magic, military, whatever paths branch from the same... Each one only has 5 branches, so the starting branch, one of which is somewhat stacked, I guess you could say.
Oh, by the way, credit Pier. This is kind of an old mug that he fixed up, but Peerless did fix this up for our use.
So Art's mug is, to a degree, one of the few unique mugs we have in this hack. I don't think we'll be seeing any of the other ones.
Unfortunately, the other 2 fully custom mugs that we've been given so far will not show up in this, but that was Jasper and Derek by Len and Zane, respectively. Yep. So thanks for those, but sorry you don't get to see those.
We do have some, like, claimed mugs that people are working on.
Oh, shit, I just skipped that cutscene. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Oops.
I'm not thinking.
Good job.
Okay, well, basically...
I don't think it was a long cutscene.
Basically, they just kill Ark and say, let's return to Odlez.
Yeah. Odlez is this dude on the right. He's kind of the leader of the bandit clan we've chosen to enlist with. For now, he's a pretty cool dude. We like Odlez. He'll be one of our many axe users we get throughout this route, because he'll be joining us here in a few chapters.
Oh. He's one of 3 axe users.
Yeah, which in a route of...
I guess 4 if you count Barrett, because I'm going to make him a Sentinel, because Sentinels are fun.
Sentinels are way cooler than Halberdiers.
I actually balanced that a little bit. I gave Halberdiers better promo gains than Sentinels. But Sentinels get sword, lance, and axe.
Yeah, which makes them very, very useful. I definitely quite like the Sentinel, which you'll see it when we promote him, but it uses Neuromon's Ephraim Greatlord dismounted animation.
Which is an animation that I absolutely love.
All of Neuromon's animations are so good, so, you know.
Okay, this one on the right here is Connor, and he's really the character who's more, he has crazier ideas. You see more of him in the other bandit route that we're going to take, but there's kind of a constant power struggle between Odlez and Connor within the bandit clan.
Yeah. Connor answers to Odlez, but he thinks Odlez is too nice, and he wants to just kind of go on a murder spree. So, yeah. We'll get more into, like, how the route split really works as we get closer to it, but Connor's a bit of a meme between Snake and I. We have a few Connor memes that we like to slip in some places. You won't see them a whole lot in this one, but
basically their relationship, you find more about this later, but Odlez needs Connor because Connor is the one who really knows the men of the clan and can relate to them, but Connor needs Odlez because he knows that
Connor's an idiot.
Yeah, Connor's an idiot. Odlez is really the mastermind in the clan, and he also knows that if Connor kills Odlez and just seizes power, the men won't be loyal to Connor because they're really fiercely loyal to Odlez.
Mm-hmm. It's a confusing... It's the most political bandit clan that exists, I swear to God.
Yep.
It's actually more politically complex than Hadric.
Hadric isn't that complicated. It's just
Hadric is
don't cross Leon the Basilius and you'll be fine. Just kind of do your own thing and don't die.
Yeah, it's very much focused on independence. It's a lot of the routes take place in Hadric because it's the mercenary path that we've chosen. So most of the routes kind of circulate around Hadric. But yep.
I really feel that a lot of this won't make any sense if you've neither played the hack or seen the FE3 video.
Yeah, we're kind of glossing over a lot of the world building just because we've already done that once in the FE3 video. And we want to give you some reason to come and actually play the hack. There's the prologue, the Guardian Spirit goes on a spiel of exposition, but then also in the prologue you can actually talk to him, and I think there's 7 different questions that you're offered where you can ask him stuff and he'll give more exposition about the world. There's one for each of the major countries, there's one for the main point of the backstory, which is the Empire of Vathril. A lot of it circulates around that ancient empire that is no longer existent. We'll see a lot about that in this path, so I don't want to really get into it. But the point is, Prologue, there's a lot of exposition from our friend the Guardian Spirit, who is also a bit of a meme between us.
Yes. And there's one of our absolute favorite memes. Yes, absolutely. I love this.
We actually get a fair few a pretty good taste. So here, this right here is pretty much why we chose to make Barrett a soldier, because we just got Arya.
Not to mention, you can make this guy a Myrmidon.
So we could have, originally we could have had 3 Myrmidons at this point,
this
and
is,
so...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Arya. She showed up in the assassin route. But, yeah, she shows up here, too.
Yeah. She gets hired by Odless's bandit clan to help him with his evil plan. Hopefully you've been reading the text, because frankly I haven't been, so I don't know where we actually are in the plot right now.
Basically, where are we in the plot?
They're raiding a caravan for...
Oh, yeah. You don't know what they're raiding it for yet, but it's important.
Or maybe they do. I don't know.
No, you don't know what it's for.
Okay.
Yes. This is a thing now. You have access to the supply in certain chapters. So, yeah, that's fun.
And the supply kind of starts off with some weapons that you can make use of. So that a lot of the routes really don't have armories or shops throughout it, and we've tried really hard to make sure that you're still balanced in terms of items.
You should really never be in a situation where you run out of items, unless you're just, like, stupid.
This route can be... The 2 routes, actually, both of them that happen if you choose to join the bandits, can become a bit of a struggle in terms of healing items, because with the other route, you get Luke in the 2nd chapter, and he has access to healing staves, which, by the way, we have updated his animation since the FE3 video, and he actually has a monk with staves animation now. He's no longer a monk and a priest.
I've never actually tested that. But,
What, his staff animation?
No.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, because it's in the one that I played when I was on vacation a few weeks ago.
Oh. Huh.
I was on vacation a few weeks ago, and my entertainment for the entire trip was Legends of Avenir. This chapter used to be really bad. It's slightly less bad now.
It's still a bit of a clusterfuck, but it's less so now. Where are my keys? Okay.
My setup is not exactly optimal for dual playing, and it's just not exactly optimal. My desk isn't big enough to accommodate everything that I have on it. Meaning a huge monitor, a huge computer, an Xbox One, a second monitor, a microphone, a keyboard.
Noguchi is a little spoiled in terms of these things.
I'm telling you, I bought most of this with my own money. I'm just overpaid.
That's very true.
For not having a real job. We won't go into my job right now, because you can probably then Google it and figure out where we live, and I'd prefer not for that to happen.
Okay.
Ooh. That was close. That was oof.
Hey, Arya. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Stat-wise, I don't think Arya has changed between Assassin Route and now.
Yeah.
I don't think... She's still really fast and has a boatload of skill at base.
Really, the only thing that she grows a whole lot in is luck, and of course, her promotion. So that's kind of her thing. She starts off very...
She's very good for the, early promotion... For an early promotion. We got a Hero Crest already, and she's
fast.
A very good option for that.
I didn't mean to do that. Okay. That's a thing. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's a thing now. Longbows and shortbows were just a little bit too powerful at 1 and 2 range. So
or 1 and 3 range.
Yeah. 2, 3, same thing. I don't know.
They get debuffed at their unoptimal ranges, so for shortbows 1 and for longbows 3. So it's like a 1 or 2 damage debuff. Or
we can see like here, that's 373, and now it's 800. So yeah, it's debuffed at 3 range. It's
debuffed quite extensively at 3 range. Not so much when you get into later chapters and your archers become more powerful. It can still be incredibly useful to use them. It can still be incredibly useful to use them at their unoptimal ranges, especially the short bows. They give the archers more of an option for enemy phase, especially when that archer is named Elenil and has higher everything than everyone. But that's not the point. We don't see it. We don't see Elenil in this route. Now that we have Arya, I think we only get 3 more characters this entire route, actually.
Barrett, you can probably take this. Did we have modular mini box by the time of our IPv3 recording?
I do not think we did.
I don't. Okay, well we do now. Credit Zane. It's absolutely awesome.
It looks so pretty. Remember when you didn't have HP on it and we all got super angry with you? Literally,
Yeah.
I think every playtester in our server was like, "Why do you not have HP in the modular mini mug box?"
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Also, all of the mugs that aren't fully custom are credited to the mugging blitz. 1 through however many there are now.
4, or is it 5? I don't know. The later
don't know.
few have been kind of more meme related.
Yeah, but
Or meme
most
focused.
a lot of the
Don't do
mugs we're using are from those, and we're very thankful for everyone who has contributed or helped organize those, because otherwise we'd be using a lot of default mugs, and it would be kind of sad.
It would be sad. We got this Barrett. It's kind of the problem with Barrett. He's not super fast, like he's just under the doubling threshold for most units. And he's, his Steel Lance is just, you know, has a little, too little hit to what the? You are tanky as shit. No, you're not. It's just, your strength is not exceptional. Okay. Whatever.
He's a Myrmidon, what did you expect? He got a crit anyway, so it doesn't matter.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, Barrett doesn't always consistently hit, but if you train him, he becomes exceptionally good because Sentinels.
Yeah.
Halberdiers are kind of fun too, but...
My observation with both the soldiers you can find in Legends of Avenir as currently, both of them, there's Barrett in this route, in the 2 bandit routes, and then there's also Helmer in one of the 5 routes. So my observation with both of them has been both of them are very weak to start off with, but if you just feed them a few kills, they become hugely indispensable to your team. Boss battle conversations. He also doesn't have a ballad.
That's fine.
It doesn't really matter. Nice.
Okay.
That works.
Yeah. Battle convos used to be screwed up, but I fixed that. It was just a problem
Yeah.
with macros in my installer.
There's a lot of fun small glitches that happen anytime you go ROM hacking. I feel as though we've cleaned this route pretty well. This actually was the route that was infamous amongst a lot of our playtesters, where we were like, you can't play this route yet, you can't play this route yet, because it was really bad when we first made it, and so we completely gutted the last we completely gutted the last chapter and redid it, and we redid a lot of the story leading up to the last chapter as well, so that it made more sense and allowed us to explore more backstory. And so this route was infamous for that, and now we're finally showing it off, because I don't think a lot of people have really gotten to play it yet, because it is admittedly kind of vague on how to get to this route.
Yeah.
It can be very easy to just not get this route.
I mean, I added an area and event that makes it more obvious. You'll see.
Yeah.
Let us have a nice chat.
Hey, more gold.
Revelations. Shut up, Connor.
That's the T. It's also the meme, but whatever.
I'm not sure if you actually see any Shut Up Connor memes before you hit the 5th chapter or whatever. That's the meme.
This is kind of where you start to figure out that Connor is a little more extreme than Oddles is. I should change the Connor calm yourself line to Shut Up Connor.
We need to have as much Shut Up Connor as we can. It's little things like that that keep Avenir as a serious hack, but there are a few memes.
There are a few little subtle memes that we try to slip in. I try to slip in a lot of like random movie quotes and things to random.
I've noticed that occasionally.
There's random movie quotes or musical quotes.
Like, I'm not sure where they're from, but I know I've heard them before.
Like there's one like where in one of the routes, it's not this one, I know for a fact, but Tact, the self-insert, we call him Tact generally.
Because, you know, that's the text command to load the tactician's name.
Yeah. Which, I forget who figured out how to make that work in FE8.
Circles, I think.
Okay. But, there's this one part where he's, like, it brings me great comfort knowing there's someone I can thoroughly rely on, or having someone I can thoroughly rely on, which is from Sherlock Holmes, which is actually my favorite movie. Don't judge me, I realize that there are a lot of things wrong with that movie. Doesn't stop me from liking it.
I think my favorite movie is...
It's like saying Monty Python is a bad movie.
Monty Python is
And the
not
Holy
a
Grail.
movie. Okay.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Monty Python made a shit ton of movies. Life of Brian is my favorite. Although, Meaning of Life is weird as shit, but it's hilarious. Have you ever seen Meaning of Life?
I've not, no.
It's great. It's very Monty Python. If anything, if you call Holy Grail, if you say that has a coherent plot, I'd say the plot of Meaning of Life is about 10 times less coherent.
Good. I'm glad. So here's this, back to the game. We just kind of had them discuss their plans and Arya's eavesdropping on them.
I hope you can multitask and listen to our shit and read.
You just mute it. Just mute the game. There's nothing worth hearing here. We haven't gotten to the cool stuff worth hearing yet.
Hey, this is fine stuff. You gotta have that characterization. Huzzah for reusing chapter maps as cutscene maps elsewhere.
Yeah, this map is chapter 3 in one of the routes. Hey, you fixed it so that Arya's actually here.
Yep. This was actually a tricky cutscene to do on the map for various reasons. Just the camera and making sure everyone is loaded correctly, and also the tile change. There wasn't one, but I used to have one, but I screwed things up.
Naturally.
I took it out.
Here we are in the town of Yurchek with Orson and Evil Orson.
Oh my god, this is absolutely classic.
I need to find a Blitz placeholder mug for one of them.
No, this is so priceless. The mayor is on the left as good Orson, and Tyrone, the warlord of this village, is Evil Orson.
The warlords in Hadra kind of serve as regional governors, sort of. They represent the Basilius, so you shouldn't go against what the warlord says, and the warlords try to be loyal to Leon. But as you kind of are figuring out here, Tyrone doesn't entirely trust Leon, but he's still loyal to Leon.
Yeah, he's one of Leon's dissenters, but as all warlords should be in Hadric, he is still loyal. And this village is kind of the exception for having a mayor, which kind of implies that it has some sort of elected government, which is weird for Hadric, but it's, we kind of incorporated it as in the plot because it's necessary for what we're going to see soon, i.e. the split between the two bandit paths.
A lot of larger towns in Hadric kind of come with more structured government for the town, just because that's kind of human nature. The larger something gets, the more structured it becomes. I mean, if you look at small Discord servers as they grow, they become more structured, with a few exceptions. Not ours. Ours is actually pretty structured.
Ours is fine, but a new one that Arch has made that just popped up is...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it.
It's interesting.
The fact that we're all admins says enough.
If you don't know what you're talking about, consider yourself lucky. Okay, here we are. Odlez has joined us, which is nice.
Odlez is actually a very, very strong unit to start off with. I feel like he definitely holds his own right when you get him, and it's pretty nice because this chapter can be a bit oof.
Yeah.
It's better now that you don't have berserkers that are capable of getting +5 attack speed randomly. The personal skills were totally screwed up.
Oh my god, yeah. The skill system is very picky in the sense that if you give generic units personal skills accidentally, or if you don't order your character IDs correctly, then bad things happen. skill system is both extremely intuitive and not intuitive simultaneously. It's weird. Yeah, I do this.
I'm noticing that Myrmidon Tact is better than Mercenary Tact in literally every way. I've been playing Mercenary Tact recently. I think I'm gonna do Myrmidon Tact.
Mercenary Tact needs some love, yeah.
Yeah, Mercenary Tact is balanced, but he's balanced. Like, all his stats are relatively balanced with each other. It's just the problem is they're all bad. He is balanced in that he doesn't he doesn't especially excel in everything. He's just especially bad in everything. If you think I'm kidding...
Yeah, and it wasn't helpful. I don't know if you noticed, but I changed all of the tacks. They used to spawn with iron weapons, now they all spawn with steel weapons, because I was noticing I was trying to use up the iron weapons, and it just made them bad. And when I gave them steel weapons, it immediately made them better. It's almost like that's how weapons work in Fire Emblem, but... whatever.
Ooh, we just saw a weapon rank increase.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was ASM by tech. Sorry.
But also, we have some... We're planning on reworking the weapon level system to a degree, because since it's such a short hack, it's hard to really rely on weapon levels always, because it can be just kind of a pain, because, like, you don't want to feed so many kills to a guy and risk your other units falling behind because it scales so quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone from facing pretty low level tier 1 units to we have generic tier 2 units in this chapter already now.
Yeah.
There's a halberdier up there.
The halberdier isn't that powerful, and the berserker doesn't move, but...
But it just kind of...
And then, of course, Tyrone.
Shows. By the time we were...
kind of powerful.
By the time... Yeah, Tyrone can be a bit of a... Tyrone, I mean, he's kind of the route split boss. He's like the capstone boss, sort of.
Yeah. He's like the equivalent.
Chapter 4 is kind of our basis for where if we have a route that's splitting again, Chapter 4 is where that split happens. Assassin route is kind of the one we showed off for FE3 is kind of unique amongst the routes in the Mercenary Path, because from Chapter 3 onward, it's all unique. Nothing you see in Assassin route will be a chapter in anywhere else. So that kind of serves as our unique route, but for if you go this route or if you don't get Assassin route in Chapter 2 of Aid to Town, both of those routes will have their split in Chapter 4 to the last 3 chapters. So that gives us, it also helps us, it gives us a nice round 24 chapters per route. So there are 24 unique mercenary chapters. And then there are 24 unique military chapters in the works. And then there will be 24 unique magic chapters. So for people saying that there's not a lot of content in this game, which is no one, I don't think anyone's trying to tell us that there's not a lot of content, because I think...
No one's saying that.
This is a hugely ambitious project. I mean, if you think of total possible ways the game can end, let's do the math. So there are 5 different male tactician classes times 5 paths times alternate endings for each path. That is already 50 different things if you choose a male mercenary tactician.
Wait, that accounts for the 2 good bad endings?
That accounts for good bad endings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a thing now. I don't think that was a thing when we did.
It was a thing in some of the routes for FEE3, but since FEE3 we have implemented good bad endings into all 5 mercenary routes, and they will be in all subsequent routes for military and magic as we make them, so that maybe they make more sense. This one doesn't have a super huge distinction between the actual ending in the route, but it just gives you a little bit more backstory and lore to go off of.
This is kind of the chapter where Walter starts to shine, because you'll see he has a pretty good strength growth. Elenil has better skill and speed, but his skill and speed are still pretty good. Mm-hmm. But this is where he starts getting enough strength to really start doing some fun stuff. One-rounding people. The
one nice thing with Mercenary Tact that I do really like is that I use him very much as a utility unit when I play this game as a Mercenary Tact, because he starts off with Rally Strength, so he can easily turn a unit from I mean, if you're doubling, that's 6 extra damage, so...
Yeah, I think we had to nerf the rallies to something.
As you can see, we are still evil bandits, and we are still raiding at this point.
Oh yeah, short bows.
Which is fun. Yeah, short bows are always a blast. Better give that to my boy.
Yes.
Also, as you can see, we promoted our Myrmidon Tactician, or self-insert Tact, and he didn't actually get... Normally, if you promote a Myrmidon, obviously you get the choice between Swordmaster and...
Don't hit, don't
other
hit.
dude.
Don't hit, don't hit. Oh Jesus, don't hit.
You get the choice between Swordmaster and Assassin.
No, what?
So now we have...
Shit.
You're gonna have to restart. I don't think you have a save state.
Nope. I can't lose Outlas this early. I'm gonna have to restart.
Yeah.
Okay. This sucks.
That's fine. We got through the FE3 one pretty cleanly, so...
Yeah, do we just want to edit this out and start back to where...
Editing is
up
difficult.
here?
Editing is difficult.
Super easy.
I don't have any editing software, actually.
I would do the editing, but my Movie Maker literally broke.
Well, Movie Maker's not supported anymore, so...
Yeah, it... like, whenever I try to import anything, it just straight up crashes. Which, that's fantastic. Whatever. Okay. I'll try to be less stupid this time. Jesus, what was that?
Someone got hit. Short spear. Those things can hurt, even though they're still pretty bad, but hey, whatever.
Short spears are fun. I kind of have an illogical love for short spears.
Naturally. But going back to the tax promotion and how it's unique, we're trying to give every player self-insert tact class only has one promotion automatic. We're trying to make them in some way unique. So coincidentally, we've chosen a fairly he's chosen a fairly non-unique one, and I also normally choose a fairly non-unique one in playing a mercenary. In that it's just a slight variant. So in this case, it's the FE10 styled Swordmaster. And probably we'll have some unique skills eventually. I don't know if he does already or if we're still working on that. But this is a slight unique animation. If you make it him a mercenary, he'll promote into like the jacketed hero, which is not entirely unique. It's still a little bit different. But then some of them have a truly unique animation or truly unique promotion. Like if you play as a brigand, then you will get a mount, which is fun. Every route also has a unique character that has a unique animation and a unique class, and the route generally circulates around them to a degree. The one in this route is fun, and we'll see him eventually. You actually see him in action before you get to play as him. But that'll be in the next episode, quote-unquote episode.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to split this video, so it'll be long. It might actually be longer than our FE3 video because this one is so cutscene heavy. And I've died,
there will
which
be
isn't helpful.
A lot of cutscenes in some of the upcoming chapters. Cutscenes are fun, but yeah, it will be a little bit intense in terms of that.
Long bit. Damn it! There's an attack speed debuff, I think, on this. Oh, no, it doesn't matter.
I think it's probably a little heavy, maybe.
It
Or maybe
is.
he's just not.
I'm just gonna kind of yeet this guy. Yeah, that's fine.
He got a crit, it's fine. It worked out.
Doesn't matter. Damn.
Also, we've since fixed a lot of the promotion item issues that can be apparent in these routes and made them You shouldn't like miss any anymore, and you shouldn't like miss
Jesus.
a promotion.
No.
Advantage?
No.
Oh my god!
What? Okay. Okay.
This is going very badly. This is.
I swear, this is like the worst playthrough of this chapter I've ever done. I'm never this bad. I blame the RNG, but that one was actually my fault. I should have actually looked at that soldier. I'm just gonna play this safe and do this. No. There.
We're hearing the internal dialogue of the snaky one as we
My mind is a
fight.
It's a fun place.
It's a terrifying place. I say as if I know what the inside of his mind is like. The thing is, I don't want to know.
It's a party. Don't double.
Also, it was a nice follow-up to the last episode because there was a shocking number of people who were like, "Are you guys IRL friends?" Yes. We're sitting right next to each other right now.
No, I actually hate him.
No, yeah, we're actually arch enemies, and it's a social us making this hack is a social experiment by our counselors, trying to make us like each other. It's not working. Obviously. Also, stay tuned for us playing Halo 3 later.
Yeah, that might happen. I've played ODST, but I've never played just regular Halo.
Halo 3 is great. 10 out of 10. I'll have to find my second controller before then.
There we go. Yep,
Rip.
see? Yep. Okay, what?
This is why we do this.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna find Carlos, dude.
We're just gonna big boy it up.
Jesus. Okay, that one was not my fault.
Are you sure?
At least I made...
Are you sure about that?
Yes. I'm very sure.
Vantage is mean.
That's fine. You're gonna be fine.
Also, I think we've implemented the guard AI gives 0 movement.
Yeah,
So you can actually see if an enemy is on
Jesus. See,
guard AI.
At least Mercenary Attack has more HP. He's got that over...
He doesn't really have a lot more HP, though.
Okay, he should. In theory.
In theory. But he doesn't.
That's fine.
I think I missed that once, and I was like, dude, where's my night quest?
Okay. You shouldn't be able to miss promotion items unless you're stupid.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. This is the
Our
big-
boy.
This is how you win. Note the bad promo gains. That kind of help to balance the sentiment. I hope.
Hopefully. We'll see how he turns out. Nice.
I really want to feed this kill to Arya.
Get Arya a bit more EXP. What level's Arya? Will we be promoting her soon? Oh, yeah. Probably.
I think I will promote her now. Where the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, Barrett's got it. But I think she has less to gain as a Myrmidon than Adlas does as a Brigand. Adlas holds his own pretty well as a Brigand.
Assassin Arya is pretty fun because she... I don't know, it just makes sense. There we go, now she can actually start growing.
Yeah, now she can actually, like, grow her 2 main stats because her caps are boosted.
Yeah, that area event where the mayor was speaking was kind of the big hint that you get as to how you get the bandit route that we're about to get. Oh yes, Lance Slayer. It's extremely useful.
Slayer weapons that aren't just Sword Slayer.
Oh.
If the question is, will I die, the answer is yes.
Damn it, you could double before. Oh, that was a nice palette. That's interesting.
What?
Doesn't matter.
I wasn't looking.
Cool.
I'm very good at not paying attention to what's going on.
God. Okay, Miracle. Actually, fuck you.
Miracle is mean.
Miracle
Oh yeah, the
is-
default monk palettes are really, really janky.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
because of the repalette.
What the fuck?
It's fine. Arya still got a kill. Is that a sentinel move? Or halberdier move?
But this guy does, and I've been insta-killed by this guy
Killer bow.
way too many times. Enough times to make me question the RNG of it.
Dude, I question this RNG like every time I play it.
It's not always that bad. It's sometimes. Okay, who actually has good luck? Walter.
Walther.
Walter was the one who got insta-killed before.
Well, safe state.
God damn it.
Doesn't even need the crit.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You'll have to... Yeah.
Let's try this. Okay,
Nice.
it's fine.
Arm scrolls are kind of useless right now.
Well,
Wait.
who was it that I had? Yeah, that kind of had a shitty...
Yeah, sometimes you'll end up with people who have a lower weapon rank. What we've been thinking about doing with weapon ranks, I think I started talking about this earlier, but
And
didn't
then-
finish it.
yeah.
I got sidetracked. That happens a lot. I go back and watch our FE3 video. It happens like every 5 seconds. It's great. We're kind of thinking about implementing... You can wield any weapon regardless of your rank, but you receive slight debuffs
Actually,
if you use something that requires a higher rank.
so like if you have a C rank and you try to use a silver axe, it should be designed that
It's more ideal to use a steel axe.
like, yeah, a steel axe or a killer axe. So if you're in a pinch and you don't really have anything else to use, it makes sense that you should be able to use the silver axe, but it should be hard.
Also, you can get away with using an effectiveness weapon that you wouldn't otherwise be able to use, which could still be advantageous
Ooh.
because effectiveness.
I never thought about that. Damn it.
That's a really mean spot for him to move to. Live. Or you can do that.
Okay. Oh wait, let's not do that.
Not yet.
Yet?
Not ever. So, the route split here is actually based off of if you leave the mayor alive at the end of this chapter.
In case you hadn't picked up on that.
Yeah. The text kind of hints at it, but sometimes it can be difficult to actually truly pick up on that, so... Yeah, you have to leave the mayor alive if you want to actually properly complete the chapter. Or, well, not properly complete the chapter, but to get the route split that you need. That we're going for.
Oh,
I remember being super angry that you raid that armory instead of shopping at that armory.
They're funny.
Because I wanted some weapons. And I was upset because I couldn't have weapons.
Fuck. Oh, shit. Shit. No.
No!
No! God.
At least you have to restart the entire chapter.
Yeah. Okay.
Do this. Go for the,
Actually, I'm just gonna do this. So I also want to see the battle convo with Monoplas. What? Are you kidding me?
Flashy kills at work, my friend.
Okay. What the hell? That wasn't a flashy kill, by the way.
I know, I'm just joking.
It's just... Okay, good. Wow, engaging conversation.
Engaging conversation. I know, it's great.
Damn it.
They used to be pals.
That
In
would-
case you couldn't figure it out.
That would have been so great if he had actually...
Hit that.
Who do I want to feed this to? Probably you, I guess. There we go.
So because we left the mayor alive, we now have Orson looking for Orson. And we've now set it up so that instead of going down the true path of evil, bandit meanie, as we call it.
It's actually some really deep metaphorical message. Evil Orson is looking for good Orson.
Yeah, we're secretly super high-tech, and I'm secretly,
actually multiverse
who's an actually good writer that's good with imagery? F. Scott Fitzgerald, that's the first name that came to mind. I like Great Gatsby. He wrote that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You know, Nathaniel Hawthorne, he can't keep a sentence structure, but he has good imagery, I guess.
Point is, this is kind of shoehorned, I guess, but we've now route split. You can either go, if you kill the mayor, you go Bandit Meanie. Connor will join your army in the next chapter, and then you get, actually Basilius Leon will join you in the final chapter. In this route, we're not gonna get Connor next chapter. In fact, we don't see Connor ever again.
Oh, is this where we want to stop? Cut off?
Well, I mean, yeah. So, finishing my statement, we won't see Connor anymore for this route.
Bye-bye, Connor.
Everything you'll see for the rest of this route is very different from the Assassin route. It's pretty cool. I like it. Snake likes it. Yeet. There'll be a lot of cutscenes, so be prepared. Anyway, thank you all for joining us for part 1 of our playthrough, of this particular playthrough of Legends of Avenir. Hope you enjoyed. 10 out of 10.
At least
we'll be back with you.
At least greater than 5 out of 10.
We'll be acceptable. I mean, we're literally starting the next recording like now, so, you know. But thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.